To another special edition of the Purely Talk podcast, man. I got my boy, I go by the name of DHE, and this is my guy.
Ron Lyrix.
This is my guy, and you know, I tend to bring Ron on the show whenever there is stuff that I know he's going to trigger the world. I'm being honest. If I want to even be more honest.
They love and hate me at the same time, man.
But if I'm being more honest, Ron texted me this time.
Yes,
Ron
I was
texted me
ready.
and said, I got some stuff to get off my chest.
There's a lot going on in the world,
there
man. Hey, listen, I'm done with school for the summer, so I said, I came home. I said, Lord. I said, bro. I said, hey, man, Purely Talk. This is going down now. Hey. It's going down.
So, and before we even get to the messiness, Mr. Ron, how are you, sir? How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, it was definitely a tough year for me. Right now I'm in Texas A&M, and you know, it's
shout out to that.
You know, a lot going on. Getting my master's right now, and it was a very, very interesting year, but we got through it, and we're gonna keep on going until we get that master's, man. So
yes,
I'm happy to be back. You know, so I'm happy to be back. You know,
we should expect a much more mature, a much more educated brother, you know, because regardless if he was educated before, he's more educated now because he's learned. He's had a whole year of time to learn a lot more stuff.
Yeah,
if you follow the man on Instagram, he be showing pictures of maps and stuff of how to calculate Celsius and metrics. Bro, I was like, what is that? It's
crazy.
I learned it in Honduras, because in Honduras public school, they teach you all that stuff, but that was a long time ago, and I ain't get it then. And as a grown up, I feel like I would be lost at sea, bro. If I had to learn
it's
that.
Tough. You know, it's a new world, and you know, to be honest with you, it goes a little bit deeper because you can get into that field easily make six figures.
Ooh.
You know, off the top. You know, off the top, you can make six figures. To be honest with you, like once you into the in that maritime field, if they're not talking to you, anything less than 120 is an insult.
Ooh.
You know, anything less is an insult. But I also want to bring awareness to that it's not a field that is promoted. You know, it's not a popular field that's promoted. And when I say promoted, I mean to us as in black men, black women. It is a very gated community. And, you know, we can have our own thoughts on why it's so gated. But by me being in there, I can kind of see why, because it's a field that I don't believe that's promoted to us, because this would definitely.
Well, that's you.
I'm sorry, but it's a field that can change, you know, your life, your family life, and at the end of the day, look into the maritime industry, and you know, see if it's for you. It's very challenging, but it's also very rewarding. So just look into that.
Beautifully said. Let's get to what the people came here for now.
Okay.
Let's start off with what's been trending lately. Tory Lanez got stabbed in prison.
Tory Lanez.
I think it said 14 times. Stomach, side, chest. I think they say behind the back, leg. Like he at one point he was on the monitors to help him breathe, but they say he's not breathing back on his own. Like he's back to, I guess, doing it on his own. What are your thoughts on that specific? Like that whole.
I think that it's interesting that according to his legal team, is that once the bodyguard came forward and said that, hey, you know, I heard this, I witnessed this, and now this changed the whole dynamic of what happened that night. I think it's very interesting to hear the authorities say that once they reached out to Meg's team, the next day he got stabbed up.
Is that how that process?
They even alluded to it, that this is kind of strange that he got stabbed up after we had, you know,
I thought it was. I thought he got stabbed first, and then the security,
No,
the bodyguard came out.
No, it was the opposite.
Oh wow!
You know, so they get the information before we do.
Of course.
So once they get the information, they examine and they say, okay, this checks out, this checks out, this checks out. Before it goes public, we're gonna go ahead and reach out to their team and say, hey, this is what's going on. You know, because if you watch the Breakfast Club, you know, they even said that that they have something that they wanted to present to the world, you know, or that's going to change up the case.
Oh,
as soon as that came out, then bam, he got stabbed up. You know, and that's where it, and even the authorities say that it's kind of interesting that happened this way.
And I saw something, and allegedly, because I don't know if it's true. Now I saw like, was it the Shade Room? It may be academics, where they were saying that the dude that stabbed Tory, his last name is Perez. Now that's a stretch, because Perez is I want to say Rock Nation's CEO or the lady that works behind Rock Nation that everybody been alluding that has some type of connection to the underworld. I think that's a stretch. I think social media is going to do a whole bunch of like connecting dots, imaginary dots sometimes, just to create some type of.
Well, I'm gonna put it this way: in prison, you know, unfortunately, I have family members that been there visiting before. You know, but to be honest, prison is a place that you cannot explain. You know, things happen. You know, there's no reason, like, you know, people want this reason to say, oh, he got stabbed or this happened because of this and everything. Sometimes stuff do just happen in prison. You know, it could be just because you're black. It could be just because you're running with a certain gang. It could be a threat. It could just be somebody just don't like you. But just in this case in particular, the timing is important. And I do think that it needs to be looked at a little bit further. Just me, though. Yeah.
Do you think it changes anything as far as like,
his stabbing?
No. That's already done. I'm saying like as far as like the bodyguard coming up and saying Kelsey allegedly did do the shooting. Is this enough to take back to the judge and say, hey man, can you reverse this sentencing, or is it literally too late? That it is what it is type of stuff. Plus, you said you thought he was always innocent because
This doesn't change anything. This just confirms what people have been saying this whole time. People, first of all, let's listen. What we need to stop doing as in people, we like to make things like, are you for the men or you for the women? Like, this is not a sports game. This is not like a team versus a team. Like, you know, we have got so far in people that we don't ever just sit back and just say, man, you know what? This a male and I'm a male and this male is wrong. Or women be like, oh, this is a woman and this woman is wrong. We got to this place where it's like you either your team men or your team women.
That's very true.
And you just turn off your common sense.
That's very true.
You know, just to win something online. I don't know. Listen.
That's very true.
Let's get to the facts here. Mm-hmm. The fact is that Megan The Stallion slept with her best friend lover. Mm-hmm. That's facts. That y'all can sit around and say, oh man, you know this. Megan The Stallion slept with Tory Lanez behind her best friend. Now, I don't know all of y'all women that's going hard for Megan and everything like that, or even some of the guys. I don't know if y'all okay with that, but this is my guy. This is my brother.
Yes, sir.
I would never.
Yes, sir. I agree with 1,000%.
Ever, portray this man like this. This man has been nothing but good to me. He has been nothing but a good person to me.
Yeah.
I would never even think, I wouldn't even put myself in a situation
yes,
where
Agreed.
that can happen. Let's answer that question first, because everybody skipped past that question.
Yeah.
Is it okay for you to sleep with your best friend's significant other?
It's not.
I mean, let's get that, because that question gets skipped so much.
Come on, man. You know,
Megan The Stallion is a star. She got all the lush, the hips, thighs. She shake her butt every, whatever right there. Okay, cool. I look at it. I'm pretty sure we all look at it. All right, okay, cool. But what I'm trying to say is let's stop right there for that second. Let's just pause it right there. Megan The Stallion went behind her best friend, not a friend of a friend, not somebody that she did a music video with one time, not somebody that she saw in passing, not somebody. This was her best friend before she got famous.
Yeah.
So I'm sure when you call somebody your best friend, you're sharing your secrets with them. They're there when you're down, when you're losing your family members and everything. They're probably fighting with you. If you need some money or something like that, you know, they're there for you. They're giving you rides. They're supporting you. They're showing up to your shows. They're inviting you over for holidays. Y'all sharing clothes. Y'all sharing secrets. Like, this is, I love you. I love you. Give me a hug. You are my best friend. She slept with a dude behind that person back. We're not talking about the case right now. We're talking about a character.
Ooh, gee.
We're talking about a character. And for you people out there that's trying to be teen women or teen black women, listen, I love black women.
Yes, sir.
My mama's black, my sister's black. I love black women. But let's take all of that out the way. Let's talk about character. You slept behind you said this. We ain't saying this. You saying this.
Yeah.
You slept behind your best friend's back. This don't got nothing to do with Tory, because guess what? Tory don't got no loyalty to any one of y'all. He's just the man right now. We'll get to him later because he ain't perfect either. But at the end of the day, let's just start there. Why isn't she questioned? I'm talking about to her fans. You know, imagine if Kelly Rowland slept with Beyonce's husband behind Beyonce back. Y'all would demolish Kelly Rowland if she did something like that. Y'all would be like, I can't believe Kelly Rowland did, like, why would she ruin a friend? Like, y'all would kill someone like Kelly Rowland if she did it to somebody like Beyonce.
Do you think women, in this particular case, not all the time, not every case, do you think women rather, it's almost like even if they're wrong, they rather stand in solidarity against the enemy, which is the man, what it seems like in this situation.
Take accountability.
Rather than point out the one bad apple in their group and be like, nah, girl, you tripping. Listen. And not to say all women defended Megan, because some did say, hey, man, it's kind of fishy. To his point, what's Tory's reasoning for shooting this girl? Kelsey has a reasoning, but then again, accountability. Tory stupid.
The thing is this.
Why is Tory out here talking about, I ain't going to go on the stand, throw that girl under the bus.
Now, that's why I try to say it here. Like, you know, Megan not only slept with Tory, but she got in front. Like, y'all keep on saying she lied to Gayle King. Why y'all keep saying she lied to Gayle King? No, she lied to everybody that support her. She lied to us. All the people out there that support her, she lied to you. She got up there and cried and screamed and said to Gayle King and said, I can't believe we didn't have no love relationship and everything. And y'all believed it. Y'all literally was like, oh my God. And then she got on the stand and said we did. So she lied about that. And then they asked about the fight. She literally online saying that her and Kelsey never got in a fight. Never. But witnesses say, and on the stand says that she and her best friend fought. So what I'm trying to say is that how can somebody say a lie, but this part, she's telling the truth? And I'm not saying that, you know, she could be telling the truth, but what I'm trying to say is, as human beings, we got to use our common sense. If somebody has identified themselves as a liar, then whatever they say rightfully has to be examined. If somebody lied to you and say, hey, I'm going to bring you $10 tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to bring you $20 tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to bring you $40 tomorrow. And they're lying every time. So this time, what makes it different? Like, you cannot be mad at women or you can be mad at men that question Megan Thee Stallion. You can't be mad at someone that has a history on lying. Because if somebody lied to me one time, I'm going to always examine what they say. I'm going to always be like, man, hey, you know how our boy is, man, so watch him. You know how many times I did shows and everything and people lied and told me that they're going to show up and perform and everything? You think that when I do a show that I'm so confident they're going to show up? No, I tell them all the time, like, hey, you know, he say he's going to show up, but I'm not going to be as confident, you know, but let's just move forward. The thing is that we should have known that Kelsey had something to do with it because Kelsey wanted full immunity. Let's pause it right there. If somebody wants immunity, that means that they have done a crime.
They have done something, yeah.
They have done something that can fall back on them,
yeah,
and they could be prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
Why would somebody that's completely innocent want full immunity? If she didn't shoot her, what? She wanted full immunity because of a fight?
Well, I mean, because to Tory's point, innocent people can go to jail. So I would want full immunity even if I just threw a little piece of rock.
Yeah.
And I can be caught, and that could be called into court and paint me as a angry black man. Whatever the case is, I might still ask for full immunity, cuz I'm not trying to risk it.
Full immunity basically means that for you to get full immunity, that means that they're looking for the big fish. They're looking for the big fish. So you tell us X, Y, and Z, then you know we can get the big fish, right?
And guess who the big fish isn't? Me. Right. I'm about to. It's you.
Like,
hey, brother. I'm mad at her for that.
No, I'm not.
I'm mad at Tory.
No,
it got to be accountability on both sides.
So now we're gonna get to Tory because I know this
street
clip.
Politics,
I know this clip's
we
gonna
gotta respect the streets and
this clip. I know this clip's gonna break up.
I'm not for no streets. I'm snitching.
But you know what? Snitching in that type of field can be detrimental.
It's different because
we civilians. You know, we'll say, yeah,
what
man.
What field is that? Hip hop?
Hip hop is a field. It's a field.
They need
like
to cut that
now
out.
we're gonna get to Tory Lanez. Now, Tory Lanez, like, you know, I feel like, you know, this right here is your testimony right now. You know, this is where because I believe in God.
Me too. Yes, sir.
And I believe that this is a personal lesson that God is putting you through. You know, maybe you got too comfortable. Maybe you crossed lines. Maybe something told you, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, and you done it. You know, you basically, you know, tore two friends that it should be unbreakable, but you tore, you know, two women apart. Now I know you could say, okay, man, some pimp stuff like, yeah, you know, you should be able to smash, you know, whatever. Like, we got, as a man, we got to get to a point that we do have to have accountability behind our actions.
As humans, not even just men.
Yeah, as men.
Humans.
Yeah, we have to have accountability behind our actions because Tory, you, and I love your music, but as a man, bro, you was moving sloppy.
Yeah.
You sleeping with a mega star and her best friend, and then you go into Kylie Jenner's house and they say you're flirting with her and everything, and now you're just moving sloppy. And this is what happens when you move sloppy. This is a domino effect.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, so, but what's interesting about this part is that, you know, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this right here y'all witnessing is the worst love triangle in history. You have a love triangle between Megan Thee Stallion, her best friend Kelsey, Tory Lanez. They all fighting for something that's important to them. Right now, Megan Thee Stallion, she is fighting for her career. She wants her career, and she wants to be this mega star, and she wants to be
at that time.
Yeah.
She's already that.
Yeah, say like, but
yeah,
because if something happens, where she comes out to be a liar, that goes away. So right now, you have three people in this love triangle that's fighting for three different things. You have Megan fighting for her career, and she's willing to do anything for it. You have Kelsey, she's fighting for her freedom, where she don't want to be prosecuted. She don't want to go to jail behind it. She don't want to go to jail for shooting someone or trying to shoot someone, and basically kill someone. Then you got Tory, he is fighting for his
citizenship.
His you know, Tory is fighting, you know, for his manhood, his street credibility. So you got some, and all of this is the point to them because all of this, is it contributes to whatever it point to them in life. Megan Thee Stallion, she wants to be a star. Tory Lanez, he wants to be able to be respected. And then you got Kelsey that wants to be, free with no charges.
And from the sound of this, Kelsey came out glowingly.
Everybody came out. Somebody's gonna lose. And as of right now, Tory's the only one that's losing.
Yeah.
Kelsey
kept her freedom, and Megan became the star that she
exactly.
because she's independent now. So she's making these international records. Tory is the only one stuck. All for trying to keep it real. I don't know how much keeping it real, but to your point,
keeping it real.
To your point, that's more like in that industry. Although I create music and I consider myself a artist. I feel like I'm coming in not trying to portray no type of fake facade, which is I think that's what it is. Because you have to. I saw Drake talking about how music is all about marketing. You have to be appealing to people more than just the music. They gotta want to be who you are. They gotta want to like you and become whatever picture you're painting.
Right.
So I feel like from the start, you have to be genuine to yourself. And maybe Tory has always been a street guy, but the more money he got, he became more, not a street guy, but more like Drake, fake street guy.
Right.
I say this to say, I'm being me. Don't do no crimes around me, because I don't care how. No, I'm
don't
not.
Don't do no crimes around you.
Please. And I'm not going to do
it. You've been even jaywalking around my guys.
And I'm not going to do no crimes around you. I'm just saying, bro, I don't understand why my boy said, but I get it. I get what you said.
I do want to highlight something that my brother just said here. If you respect the people that you're around, you got genuine love.
Especially that. Yep.
Do not do no crime around your partner,
especially
your boy.
Yes,
because that's a sign of respect. Why do I want to bring you into this?
Yes,
and why do we have to figure this out? Like, no, just keep that over there.
Yeah,
I actually agree.
Yeah, don't put nobody in a predicament where they have to seem like a bad friend, especially if you're not in that life or in that world. Like, if you don't get in my car with a weapon without letting me know, and then the cops pulled me over, and because you have a weapon in the car, and it's not, whatever the case, it might not be registered now. You're not the one going to be at fault. I'm going to be at fault, but I won't be at fault because, Your Honor, sir, my boy, I ain't tell my.
Absolutely.
So let's just respect the boundaries of our relationship and know who you're being friends with. Know your friendship, man.
Absolutely.
Man, this standing tall
thing crazy, like I say, it's a crazy love triangle. At the end of the day, I think that Megan,
lied.
She lied. I do believe, and I believe you guys believe it. To the ones that turn they cheeks and everything, they say this Megan Thee Stallion. And I really want to highlight this right quick because I want y'all to understand this. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion slept with her best friends, but whatever they was, she did it, and she lied to her best friend about it. And her best friend found out about it, and the fight broke loose. All right, okay, cool. She allegedly got shot, stepped on glass. Okay, cool. Whatever happens, what happened. I'm not here to say what did and what didn't happen. Whatever. Megan Thee Stallion. I wanted y'all to really, really listen to this. Same way I was talking about earlier. I want y'all to listen to this. Megan Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez literally, she walked away from a vehicle. She was walking away. This is what she painted. She said that she was walking away. Everybody was arguing about nothing. That's what she said. You can literally go back and look at this. Don't blame me. Don't look at me like I'm the bad guy. Don't look at me and say that, oh, he just ain't for women. Like, no, this is what she said. So don't come at me. She literally said that she was she got out the car because everybody was arguing. And she was walking away. And Tory Lanez got a gun and leaned out the car and say dance and start shooting at her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's pause that right there because we keep on just skipping past that. Let's pause it right there. Do you know how crazy, sick of a person that you have to be to say that someone got a gun and say dance and start? That is insane. A person to do that has to be like the Joker. They has to be like they have to enjoy pain. They have to enjoy torturing people. They have to enjoy like that is an evil person that would get a gun and start saying dance and start shooting at you. You are a megastar. And you said that somebody did that to you. That part right there turned out not to be true. Even though he got convicted, that still turned out not to be true. Now, let's just say that when this information comes out, let's just say Tory Lanez end up being free. What do we do as in people? Do we still say, oh man, we got to support the black women, whatever they say goes, regardless if it's wrong or right, because, God's been doing women for wrong for 400-500 years and everything like that. So, like, hey, we're going to just take it to the chin. Or do we really just say, no, Megan, you lied to us? I'm talking about, listen, forget me, because y'all going to think that I hate Megan or whatever like that, like I still look at her twerk video, bam, whatever. I'm talking about to her fans. I'm talking about to the ones that love her. I'm talking about to the ones that support her, that's out there, they're saying, Megan, we love you. We support you. Y'all support somebody that said that somebody grabbed a gun and started saying dance beat and started shooting at them and was on Gayle King crying about it? Crying. And turn out it not to be true, and you support that just because this is a black woman. You support that just because it's a black woman. Forget everything else. Okay, what if Tory Lanez was your brother? Would you still support it? What if Tory Lanez was your father, your favorite uncle, your cousin, your best friend? Would you still support it? Take Tory Lanez out of the situation and put your favorite male relative, close one. Would you still support it? And if you able to say, no, I still support it, then that should question, you should question yourself as a character, not the situation. But I digress.
That was a lot, and I'm glad that's why we brought him on. That's my boy, my boy about to get us 1,000 million views. About to go crazy.
I can't do nothing with somebody that says that, man, I still support her behind it. Like, I got family. I'm sorry, I got family members. I got close friends that's been accused of something that they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
I've been accused of something that nothing sexual, but what I'm saying is like a cop pulled me over and assumed that I was a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
It took me in and everything, what I'm saying? Like that, just assumed that I was a drug dealer. Like, not even understanding, how much people that I help, not like the community I'm in, how many people that I help with internships, like not knowing my accolades and what I give back to the community and I'm in school getting my master's. Like, no, I was just a nigga to him. So I have been, accused of things, and I know my friends that's been accused of things. So I take it a little bit to heart when I see that somebody can just accuse somebody of something and then people just ride with it. That's just me. So I take it personal behind that. But yeah.
Being accused of something and people just ride with it. That's a great segue. Oh, Diddy-o! Diddy-o!
No Diddy.
Oh, my gosh.
Lord have mercy. I want to say this first. Okay, you know what? Because I got in trouble. Listen, I want to say this first with Diddy, okay? Diddy, when Cassie came out and said she was going to file a lawsuit against Diddy, and in 24 hours, they settled. I was the first one that said, man, she just did it for the money. She just did it for the money.
I remember.
I was the first one that said she did it for the money. And I want to make sure that people understand this. I wasn't defending Diddy.
His behavior, right.
I don't care about Diddy. Like, that's rich people problem. I'm talking about the situation that was at hand. You said I'm ready to tell my truth. I'm ready to expose the lies and what I've been going through. And everybody was like, yeah, including me, like, tell your truth, sweetheart. And then 24 hours, like, oh, I got my money, I'm done. Of course, I'm a human being. I'm going to analyze it and say, oh, she just did it for the money. Because guess what? If I want to expose somebody or I'm ready to tell my truth, then ain't no amount of money in the world. Like, no, I want my truth because my truth is going to help people. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. Like she just wanted the money, and you can't blame me for that. You can't blame me for seeing that. Now, I would say that when I saw that video, that obviously changed my perspective because no man should be putting his hands on a woman.
Yeah.
Women, y'all are too beautiful. Y'all are our ribs. We could not be nothing without women in this world. I believe in God, and I believe that, God gave Adam, Eve, for a reason. Y'all are the backbones. I don't condone domestic violence. So for me seeing that video, it's hard for me to defend. I don't want to defend Diddy. I'm gonna be honest. I might be biased because I don't want to defend Diddy at all because I seen that video. So that I want to make that clear.
As many people keep making it clear is he's not in jail for that video, so that shouldn't matter.
True. True.
But that brings me back to character.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned about your Megan.
Yeah.
If you watch that video and you see how he treats this young lady, it tells you their relationship, right? Because from what is being said, they both were physically abusive towards each other, but which isn't wrong, which isn't right for for nobody. But you can see that this man, I can tell your character by how you treat the person you supposedly love so much. Now, we fast forward because they're in court right now, and all of the details of these freak-offs are coming to light.
Yes.
Cassie is admitting to some stuff.
Is she?
Cassie, yeah.
Okay, because
she admitted
she's doing a horrible job right now. Please get her off that stand.
What?
She is doing a horrible job.
What do you mean?
Cassie, if the goal is to make Diddy go to jail, she is doing a horrible job at it.
I'm saying, give me more words. Give me more.
Everything that Cassie is saying on the stand right now, she reneging. She says that she's like, yo, like I was taking drugs and I got the drugs from Diddy. It turns out like, no, like she was the one ordering the drugs. And it turns out that Diddy was trying to get her off the drugs. They said she literally came out the next day and said that, well, Diddy was going around calling people, said, hey, do not, get drugs. And he was telling her to go to rehab and everything. So that debunks everything in that realm. And then she says,
no, but both things can be true.
Both things can be true.
You could have started me off on drugs once I got too addicted to it. Now you're trying to get me off. You still got me the drugs to begin with. What are we talking about?
But we're talking about the court.
Yeah.
Two things can be true, but in court they want to guarantee that you are the one that did this.
As a juror, doesn't that show me that you're being honest, that you're being open enough to tell me, well, no, after a certain time,
without reasonable doubt, that creates doubt that Diddy did not do what you say he did initially. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like this. It's like if. Oh,
that's crazy work.
Yeah, they came in right here.
That's crazy work.
So I want to put it like this: when you're trying to,
go ahead. You could.
When you're in court, they're looking for without reasonable doubt. They're looking for a guarantee that this man held you against your will. He did this to you. You didn't have no control. And X, Y, and Z. This is what it is. If you are creating the illusion that it possibly did not go the way that you went, they're going to look at it and say, no, you was with this. You wanted to do this. You wanted to be a part.
She said she did.
But when
to some degree.
That's what I'm trying to say. She's doing a horrible job because she'll say, no, I did not want the freak offs. I didn't want the freak offs. I never wanted the freak offs. And then next thing you know, she's saying that she's
doing it because to please him. I don't want it, but I'm doing it to please him. Now it looks crazy.
Okay.
It looks crazy either way. But so I'm supposed to go up there and lie?
No, but what I'm trying to say is that did she convey that to him?
She said she did.
So that's what I'm trying to say. She's doing a horrible job because she say that she's loved the freak off, she's feeling free, and then she'll turn around and when she told him that, hey, I don't want to do it no more, he said, oh, you boring. And then she told the court, well, they said that you told him that you didn't want to do it no more. She said, yes. Said, then why did you do it? She said, because I didn't want him to do it with nobody else. That is not a crime there. That's what I'm trying to say. She's doing a horrible job. If she would have just said, I didn't want to do the freak off, and that's it. Case closed. He made me do it. He forced me to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was held against my will. Bam, that's what it is. Then case closed. But then she'll turn around and say, well, I didn't want him to do it with nobody else. And because I was the jealous girlfriend. That takes away everything that you just said before.
I can see that, but I feel like it's also manipulation.
On her end.
On his end.
On her end.
I'm saying on his end.
I'm gonna tell you why it's manipulation, because she's telling everybody that she didn't want to be a part of it. All right, this is a form of manipulation. If your wife, and I'm not speaking of your personal wife, but I just say your significant other. If your significant other come downstairs with a dress on, and you say she actually say, "Hey, sweetie, how do I look in this dress?" And she look horrible.
Yeah.
In that dress. She looks horrible in that dress. You know, but you say, oh, sweetie, you look fine. You look beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love you in that dress.
Mm-hmm.
That's manipulation. Because you having this person believe something that you don't feel internally.
That's not manipulation. That's just lying. That's not manipulation.
Yeah,
her is she manipulating you?
Yes,
or are you saying he's manipulating? How is he manipulating by protecting her feelings?
No, because he's lying to her. He's making
it's lying. I'm not manipulating you.
That's the same thing though.
No, it's not.
So tell me what manipulation
No, it's not. Manipulation is when I create a scenario where I make you feel like you want to do this, but you're only doing it because I'm telling you to do it. Because if I don't give you what you if I don't give you what you want, okay, let me give you a scenario. Let me paint.
I'm listening.
Manipulation to me is whenever you tell somebody, if you don't do X, I'm not gonna give you Y. Right. It's not about lying. You can't lie.
In a broad sense,
okay,
using dishonest or unfair tactics to influence or control someone, often for your own benefits.
So how is me telling my wife she looks good?
We both right though.
But in that scenario was bad, because how me telling my wife you look good is benefiting me?
Because if you telling your wife that she looks good in a dress that she don't look good in, because you want to have a good evening with her, or you want to get some booty at the end of the day, like that can be manipulation.
That's crazy. No,
it says it right here.
No way.
Using dishonest or unfair tactics to influence or control someone, often for your own benefits.
Bro, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna get. You know why I'm gonna concede, because you added because at the end of the night you want to have sex, or because you want to have a good day. That to me is not manipulation.
That's a form of manipulation.
For me, it's manipulation for what she's doing. In that scenario, when she comes down the stairs in a dress looking ratchet, and she's like, "What do I look like?" Because she wants you. She's being dishonest because she knows she don't look good. She knows she might look good. My wife don't ask me when she look good when she knows she look good. When she knows she don't look good, she gonna ask. You're manipulating me with dishonest. You're telling me, do I look good? If I say the wrong thing, guess who's in trouble? You're manipulating me, not the guy telling you now. I'm protecting my mind. I don't want to. First of all, I don't want you to go back upstairs and change because we're already 20 minutes late. Second of all, I don't want to go. I don't want to be in the car arguing.
They're going to say you're victim shaming right now. They're going to say this.
Call it what you want. Y'all ain't been married long enough. No.
Listen.
Every man in a relationship that has been in a relationship for as long as I've been in a relationship with my wife, you know, she manipulate. That's not manipulation. That's not.
Okay, so how many men out there that told their wife or their significant other or their boo thing that they look good in an outfit, but they really didn't?
I'm protecting my sanity, bro. You know what it comes. You know what comes with saying.
Have you ever said that your lover or somebody you was with? Have you ever said that you look good in something, but they really didn't, or you didn't really?
Yeah,
like it? You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you not?
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe I asked that question wrong. Have you ever lied and said you look good in something and you didn't?
Yes.
Why did you lie?
Because I didn't want you to change. Because we already 20 minutes late. That's not manipulation. That is not manipulation. That is crazy. How is that? No,
you're lying.
No, I'll give you that. It's lying, but it's not.
You're lying because you're being dishonest.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not. It's not. It's for our benefit. It's not for my benefit, bro. Listen to this. For me, in manipulation, someone wins and someone loses. In manipulation, someone wins and someone loses. I'm manipulating you to get my way. You're not happy about it, but I'm happy about it.
I get
with
that,
her, when she tells me, how do I look? And I say, even though I don't think so, and you look good, guess who's happy at the end of the night? Her and me. We both manipulation. Both parties don't win.
No, yes, it
both
does.
parties don't win.
Manipulation is convincing somebody that they are winning. Manipulation could be like, yo, like if I give you this and you give me this, then we both win. That's manipulation. That's come on, Dad, be real. That's manipulation. Like, you know, they say that, you know, when the devil knocks at your door, you know, the first thing that the devil is going to manipulate you to convince you that he's not the devil.
Correct.
All right?
Correct.
So what I'm trying to say is...
ultimately, in that scenario, when the devil does it, you're not going to win.
But you're convincing yourself that you are winning.
But you know you're not. In this scenario, man,
come on,
crazy.
Dad, let's be real,
in this scenario, bro, we both win. We both win.
We need a poll on this one, like, because
we need a
poll on this one.
Hey, that's not manipulating. I feel like she's manipulating, and he says the guy is manipulating.
If your significant other, this goes for men and women.
Yeah.
If your significant other come downstairs and they ask, "Hey, babe, how do I look in this outfit?" and they do not look good. They do not look good, but you tell them, "Yeah, baby, you look good." You know, so y'all can have a good evening, a good night, or whatever it is. Is that a form of manipulation?
No.
Is it a form of manipulation? You're lying to somebody to get something else. That's manipulation.
She's manipulating me. I'm not manipulating her. I'm protecting my safety, my sanity. I'm protecting both of our sanities and both of ours.
It might not be strong manipulation, but it's still manipulation because you're being dishonest to get something else in return. That's manipulation, man. That's manipulation. You lied to your wife, say she looked good, knowing she looked trash, but you want to get some booty at the end of the night. You want to be able to have a good night. You don't want her to bring up whatever you got going on or whatever like that. You are doing that for the benefits or the greater good. That's why you're like...
Yes, the benefit of the greater good. I'm not manipulating nobody. I'm not manipulating nobody.
It's like I get you there, then you be like...
I'm not manipulating nobody. Bro, I'm going to die on this hill.
No.
I'm going to die. I'm not.
How many times have you lied?
With that scenario. I feel like I'm at the point in my relationship where I don't lie when it comes to that anymore.
Okay, so
because we have such a.
I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this.
Okay.
So I want to ask you real quick because I just want to know you now. If as right now you're in your relationship. Yeah. And your wife comes down and she said, "Hey, how do I look?" Do you tell her you don't like it, or do you just give her suggestions on what she could do to make it better? Like,
I tell her I don't like it.
So you don't even tell her why? Like, you just say you don't like it?
If she asks why, I'll tell her why.
Okay.
But I'm not going to volunteer the why because I've found out that doesn't help the problem. That doesn't help.
That's all I wanted to know.
So now if she asks me, "Babe, how I look in this dress?" I'd be like, I don't like it. And she'd be like, "You always say something like that." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you asked me. Don't ask me." So, but I'm not going to be like, in the past, now, as I'm saying, now we have that kind of relationship where it's like, that's just me being me. And she ends up changing it or whatever the case. But it doesn't, in the beginning, it was more like, because, you know, people were trying to convince each other that we really do love. After 8 years, you know I love you. I know you love me. So if I'm telling you something, I'm just being honest. Say, because the thing what I learned with women is they have no problem expressing how bad or how much they dislike whatever you got on, or whatever you. They're so
women tell you that real quick, boy.
Them glasses make you. Oh, you need to wear a hat.
If it's your drip or if it's your haircut or something like that. Oh Lord, a woman would tell you real quick. Ain't especially a black woman.
What?
A black kids and black women would tell you about yourself more than
and old ladies. Oh my gosh.
And old ladies. Oh
my God. But you go and volunteer that. Ooh. That's why I don't volunteer though. You don't look good. I don't volunteer it. I wait for her to ask me, because if I go volunteer it,
self-confidence. Like I'm like, you know what? I don't care
what you say.
I think I look good.
I don't care what you say, girl. I look fine.
But don't you hate when you good to get together and somebody like a woman tell you something about your outfit, but you defend it? You be like, nah, man, this you crazy.
Yeah, but
then when you go into the bathroom, you be like,
it's really not that. I be like,
nah. I changed. I ain't gonna lie.
I built myself back up.
I
be like, you tripping? Because I'll say this, and I might be over exaggerating a little bit. I would probably say like 6 times out of 10, whenever she says I don't look good without me asking for her opinion, throughout the entirety of the night, she comes around to the outfit and being like, you know what, babe, you do look good in that. 6 times out of 10, she comes around to 6
out of 10. That's still crazy.
It's crazy. I'm being honest. I'm doing what Tory should have did and been honest on that. But Your Honor, she shot her. She shot. So would you rather your freedom, or would you rather your reputation in the hip hop community? Man, nigga, I'll be rich in Canada. I don't care.
Listen, man, it's hard to answer me that question.
Wow,
because
back there. I meant to go back to Diddy,
saying,
but yeah,
I
my
don't.
bad.
Me personally, like, man, I'm a civilian.
Me too.
I'm a civilian.
Me too.
Shout out to my close family that's part of that gang life or that rep that, because I kind of see why, because I was close to being part of it, but God sent me a message real quick why I shouldn't. But, nevertheless, though, that's hip hop. Hip hop is stupid. I love it, but it's stupid.
So what you doing?
Oh, no, like, listen, she shot that mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm out of here.
Quickly.
I got life to live, man. Like, I ain't think I'm trying to be in prison.
And he was just taking, like, he just became independent and just about to take off to another stratosphere, which he kind of still did.
Yeah. But I would say that if Tory Lanez do get out of prison,
he'll be bigger than he ever was.
He would be bigger than he ever was. He would probably be the biggest rapper. Like,
I see I don't know about that.
He would be of this decade. He would probably be the biggest rapper of this. No, okay, you know what? Listen. Okay. I'm
decade. He just threw Drake and Kendrick out. He just threw the actual greatest of the decade when he been defending for the whole past 6 months.
You know what?
He gonna throw them out because the man went to jail and came out.
Listen, you're right because this is 2025. He would have the opportunity to be the biggest rapper of the next decade. How about that? Would you be okay with that?
I say artist. Yeah, he does the singing and the rapping.
He'll be one of the of the next.
I think he'll probably be one of the biggest. I don't know if he would be the biggest. His work ethic is crazy.
Tory Lanez getting out of prison behind this, he already had like a crazy work ethics.
Yeah,
this dude would be on mega 10.
Yeah, I agree. And since the tide has been turning, because is less we believe Megan and more. Megan might be lying Megan is lying. It's more of that coming to.
Not only he got some stuff to talk about. He got his son. He got what he was going through in prison. He got like well, I ain't gonna say that word no more. But he got so much information to talk about amongst he already have it, and then everybody's gonna want to work with Tory. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
everybody's gonna want to work with him.
Because now we're seeing like Megan might not be and Tory. Like I think I said this or you said this a while back, is like you put out enough good content, good music, you'll change the perception of who you are. People love Tory now. Well, they really like him now.
I didn't care for Tory.
They hated him,
but
now it's like
I didn't care for Tory at first. My boy, shout out to Nardo, Big Nardo, out there in Dallas. My brother, like he was a fan of Tory Lanez, and I ain't too much care for him, but. It's right before he went in. I said, man, Tory's slapping. Like, Tory is like, he actually good. Like,
music, hey man, it'll change.
So when I liked him,
once, especially if you get a hit, that'll change everybody's like, oh, he's not that bad. Because now you're looking for a reason to like him, like R. Kelly.
Oh Lord.
The video of him urinating on the young girl had just came out. Oh, what do you
allegedly?
No, it came out, man. We saw it. Well,
No,
I
mean, do we supposed to say allegedly? Like,
nah, because it's not. Because that's
they said it wasn't him because of the mole on the back or something like that. Like,
they said the man walked up to the camera and turned it on. Is this a good angle? I'm sorry for the young lady
with
that
these celebrities that like peeing
yeah,
on people.
Bro, hey,
what is going on in this world?
This is what I said.
I was a freak. I thought I was.
Bro, a lot of normal people are freaks like that, bro. It's just that you ain't gonna never. You ain't gonna never. Man, I was talking with my brother that had.
What? What he say?
No, wait.
I was about to say, hold on, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up. No, not him doing the act, just talking about how people in that world like a lot of freaky stuff or disgusting stuff.
That is the shot. He is the Shang Tsung of freaky. Like he's the final boss of freaky.
This white dude, the inventor of the antivirus. I forget his name. I told this on the last podcast.
Okay.
Dude moved to Costa Rica with all this money. And, over there you're a lot richer, obviously, because the dollars to pesos is a lot more. And he would just hire a bunch of girls to come and stay with him. And they're in need of money. And whatever he gave, man, we'll take it. One of the girls in the documentary said that this dude would ask for them to be under him as he defecated in their mouth, and that would turn them on. And they would do it out of, well, I mean, it's money. Bro, this world is sick.
Man, listen, Diddy is sick.
Yeah, back to Diddy is sick.
Diddy is sick, man. Listen, I don't want, like I say, people like to take little clips and not watch the whole podcast.
Yes. Yes. Context, y'all.
I believe that Diddy should get jail time because he put his hands on her.
Yeah.
Right. Now obviously when this tape comes out, more.
Did you see the slowed down version of the tape?
I didn't see the slow down version. I just saw the version that everybody else saw.
The slow down version of the tape came out like 2-3 days ago. Academic posted it. That's how I saw it. And it still looks bad, but it doesn't look as bad because Cassie isn't really running away. She is walking away to the elevator like very calmly, like very like.
Oh yeah, they did say that.
It wasn't like because
they speed up the tape to make it look worse than what it was. But
and when he said that, I was like, man, you just finding any type of excuse. It does look it's still bad.
It's still bad
because he still does the kicking, he still does the pulling, he still does the throwing, he still does the all of this different stuff. But it's more so like she's like
running down there trying to.
I'm like, that's. I ain't gonna lie.
But it's kind of one of those things where Diddy. I feel like Diddy should go to jail just because. Even though that I've seen reports and I've seen people on Diddy's side that say Cassie used to beat Diddy up and punch him with the brass knuckles and everything. But at the end of the day, I'm a man's man. I love my black women. I love women, but I love my black women especially. They hold a place in my heart. So at the end of the day, I just hold us men more accountable for putting our hands on women.
Agreed.
Like the same way with this Shannon Sharp guy. We literally just saying that, man. Be careful with this. What I think is called BDSM or this choking and tying up and everything. Because at any given moment, mad day can come. And
it's been about 2, 3, 4 weeks since that situation with Shannon Sharp. Mm-hmm. Things seem to have died down because there's not a lot of back and forth. Maybe they're behind the scenes.
Diddy took over.
Yeah, Diddy took over. And maybe they're behind the scenes coming to an agreement or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. I feel like at this point he already sacrificed enough to the point to where he lost everything that he would have probably gained. So now I just keep fighting. Now at this point, why give in now? Or do you think just give in and see if something pops back up?
But you know what? My thing is this. You got the Shannon Sharps, you have the Diddys, you have the Trey Songz, you have the Chris Browns, you have they even got Smokey Robinson.
Now Chris ain't do nothing since
I'm
that
just
one
saying,
time.
like Smokey Robinson right now. They had the
Bill
Cosby's and everything like that. But this is what this is what my question is to people. All of our black entertainers are being exposed for being beaters, cheaters, liars, drug heads, this crazy sex stories and everything like that. But my question is this: is white people doing anything? Is there any celebrities that's white that's doing being abusive?
Yeah, we just it's not in our ecosystem.
But what I'm just saying is, it's like it just seems like it's only black stars.
Because that's our ecosystem. That's all we follow. We ain't worrying about the white people. Because the dude, I remember I told you last time we had a while back. I told you about Vince McMahon, WWE CEO, how he went down for allegedly raping and forcing and sexually assaulting his then secretary. The dude from you ever seen that 70s show?
Yeah. A couple of years back, he had raped somebody, right?
And then he finally got. I think it was either last year or the year before last. Yeah. Like there is white people that it's just that's not
we
what
empathize it. We empathize it as people.
No, not even just that. It's just that's not what we follow. You know how the Instagram and YouTube, it follows your algorithm. Whatever you watch the most is what it's going to give you. So that becomes your ecosystem. So you're not going to randomly see something from a white guy that you don't even, Seinfeld, that you don't really follow. You're not going to see that on your ecosystem because all you follow is black content. Now, if you was in that world, we'll probably notice a lot more in that world.
So I got another question then. Like you got Shade Room and Unlock Hollywood, and you have all of these black outlets.
So you're gonna ask, what is the white versions of that?
Yeah, because I want to know, like, is us black people, are we the only drama or tea or bad news that's out there that glorifies black men, black women in a negative way? Because I don't know any white outlets that we can go straight to.
What's TMZ considered? Is that white or black?
But they're
not
social media though, right? They're not social media. They're on.
They're
TV.
a media. They're
right?
a media platform. I think they have a social media account though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say that TMZ maybe, but I'm just kind of curious because it seems like it's what it starts to seem like to me, is that it's extortion. It starts to, like how stocks and like, you buy low, sell high. It seems like, with a lot of our artists, they catch them doing something bad, or they might not catch them doing something bad. And then they let them get their catalogs up and their money up. And then they say, all right, cool, we're going to drop this lawsuit on you and get all that money, back. It seems like Smokey Robinson, the Bill Cosbys, the R. Kellys, it's like they're coming 20, 40 years later and saying, yo, I'm going to take everything right before you die. It's just interesting, to see, because where did Prince money really go? That's still like in the air. Like even R. Kelly, he made all of those songs for everybody. And he even saying like, yo, I don't know where my money going. Because when you're in prison, nobody hears you cry. Nobody don't hear you scream. You don't got nobody hears you in prison. So it started to feel like a trend to take multimillionaires, put a woman involved in it, take it away, and then they just go into the wind. That's what it just feels like to me. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I could see why you would think that. I could see why you would think that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it's kind of scary though.
Yeah.
It's feel like it's like, hey, who else? who else we got? Because my thing is this. Dr. Dre has been known to put his hands on women.
Yes, I heard about that.
And he is safe. Like nobody is like even like I thought that it was gonna come out when he came out to support Kendrick, because the Drake and the Kendrick, was saying like the woman beater, then you got the woman beater bringing out another woman beater. So I just thought that was gonna be an angle, but for some reason, like Dr. Dre is untouched. And I don't know, it's just weird. It's like politics. It's like it's just a weird world. Like when I look back at it, it's just a weird thing. And Prince died. Michael Jackson died. Our greatest day. But Bobby Brown, the one that been on drugs and everything, he's still like, it's just a weird world.
Well, they say Bobby wasn't really. They say Bobby was wilding, but Bobby wasn't wilding like how the perception that the media painted of him. Because the whole time they say, and we can end it. But they say Whitney was the one really on the drugs and got him hooked up. Like I said, Bobby wasn't really going too crazy.
Whitney ain't here to defend herself, so I would never speak ill of the queen of Whitney Houston.
What the girl, her best friend released a book and said it. I forgot the one that said that was lesbian. Yeah, and said that it was, but
I'm put it this way. Listen, I want to end like this. Diddy, I don't believe Diddy is innocent at all. But like what you said earlier, there could be two truths. I don't believe that Cassie was
fully innocent
as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't believe that and I believe that if you are a human being, that being non-biased and forget this black man and black woman, this versus thing that we have been doing, and I don't even know how it got to this point. But at the end of the day, even if you don't agree with me or agree with, DHE or agree with the people that's out there, y'all have to also understand that these people are rich. These people out there are living a rich lives. These people do not think like us at all. These people would not even shake y'all hands if they seen y'all in person. So I'm saying this to say that even though that I'm giving y'all my opinions, I think that Diddy guilty. I don't think that, Cassie is innocent. She portrayed herself to be. Even though that I'm saying this and everything like that, I just encourage you guys to be mindful that we are broke. We're regular people and they are multimillionaires, and don't hate people for their thoughts.
Don't get so invested in someone else's life that
we want to hear y'all
comments either way. Bro.
We want to hear y'all comments and everything. We want y'all to share the comments and everything because it's entertainment for us. But key word, this is entertainment for us.
That's it.
We still got to get up and go to work tomorrow. We still got to feed our families. We still
got to
go. We still got to handle our business. In our own word. This is just pure entertainment. So if y'all see somebody out there, purely talk. If somebody out there just got their opinion and everything, don't hate that person. Don't send out death threats. Don't
It's never that serious. I was like, somebody got in the comments and there was like, how dare you think? I'm like, I just put the
somebody stalked me. Somebody
really
somebody I can show you they was in my DMs. They was attacking me. They was attacking my platform. They was attacking my life, my education.
Oh no, I would have blocked them.
I ain't gonna lie. It was entertainment for me, so I was talking shit.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. That's what you be on. Yeah, you be on. Yeah. You do.
He said, I got a beautiful woman. I said, boy, you got 10 followers and you following 4,000 people. Show me your wife now. I said, show me her now. And he said, I bet you don't even got a woman and everything like that. I said that I bet you won't show me your woman. I bet you I can take her and everything like that. And he was like, man, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I said, no, show me your woman.
If y'all mess with Ron, Ron. Even if Ron ain't got the time, Ron gonna make time for you.
I'm gonna make time.
I'm
gonna come back for you and everything like that. But I just want y'all to know that, man, I have a big heart, man. I want Buster Grape in the food fight, man. It's all love. Man, I want to give my flowers to my brother at the same time. Like I said, I love what he do. He came out there to my, events.
Yes, sir.
He amplify it. He invest in it. He got a dope, amazing podcast here that I love to be a part of, man. So I had to hit him up. I had to take over his whole thing because I had to get a couple days off my chest, and we got more on the way.
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's gonna be a long summer.
Hey, man. Another episode of Pure Talk Podcast, special edition. My boy Ron in the building. Let me know in the comments, man. How y'all feeling? Let me know. I'm going to tag my boy. What's your name on Instagram again, brother?
Ron Lyrix.
Yes, sir. Peace. Love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe.